What effects does Tesla and Ford's partnership have? How much will this impact Tesla's valuation? Well, things are bound to become agitated, and perhaps our money will double too. In this video, we'll talk about how your investments may be impacted by this agreement between two large automakers. Ross Gerber's thoughts on this one will also be discussed. Let's get started, but first, make sure you enjoy. And if you follow Tesla Insights, you'll notice that the company has been trending upward lately. Ross Gerber, an ETF manager, has made Tesla stock his top pick, and it appears that he has no plans to sell any of his shares. Here's where things get interesting. Ross and the former Ford CEO spoke on television about their most recent agreement. Businesses under the agreement, owners of Ford 40 vehicles, can use Tesla Superchargers to charge their cars. Let's examine this development. At first look, Ford and Tesla's partnership seems unexpected but quite sensible. Ford understands the need for universal access to superchargers and has solutions available and in the works. Tesla, on the other hand, has the largest network of superchargers. The fact that there are twice as many Tesla superchargers as standard chargers made it easy for Ford to choose to use Tesla's dependable and conveniently located chargers rather than devoting time and resources to developing their own network. By doing this, Ford significantly reduced the barrier to accessing charging infrastructure for potential EV customers. It is clear how this deal will affect things going forward. It resolves a concern for numerous prospective clients who were unsure of where to charge their 40. Thus, the numerous reports of broken chargers have damaged the credibility of other charging networks, such Electrify America. Ford and Tesla's partnership allays Ford's worries and gives its customers a clear solution. But what's even more amazing is that Tesla stock also saw, although the direct benefits of investing in Tesla stock may not be immediately evident, the company made a wise decision with the surge of 7.32 at the time of this recording. Compared to rivals, Tesla's charging network is one of its most valuable assets and is essential to the company's operations. Although there may not be any immediate benefits for Tesla, the charging network for Tesla works incredibly well and allows owners to join the Tesla Supercharging network. Tesla will collect enormous fee revenue. Without a doubt, crystal clear. This transaction will be extremely lucrative for Tesla and establishes a standard for such partnerships and cooperation with other businesses in the future. Ford EV owners can now join the Tesla Supercharging membership for $12.99, although they can still charge their EVs at Tesla Superchargers without a membership, albeit at a little higher rate than what the membership offers. A lower cost of charging. What kind of an impact will this have? Tesla's assessment. Let's look at some figures. If 100,000 Ford cars join the Supercharging membership, that would add $15 million to the revenue. If 1 million cars joined, that amount would increase to $150 million. If 10 million cars joined, including those from rival brands like GM and others, the revenue would reach about $1.5 billion annually, the majority of which would be profit. In the larger context of today's movement in Tesla stock, it's important to keep in mind that the overall market is performing well. The positive trend in Tesla stock is likely influenced by the general market conditions, even though investors may appreciate the deal. These figures demonstrate the massive financial potential for Tesla resulting from this partnership. It's important to note that 10 million vehicles in the US may seem like an ambitious number, but in 2021 alone, there were 38 million registered vehicles in the country. Given Elon Musk's engagement, one may question what's in it for him. Is it only about the fees from the partnership, or is there more to it? The market's rising trajectory is the main factor fueling the spike. It is not difficult to see a situation in which Tesla establishes a closed environment, limiting access to the charging network and claiming control over historical automakers. But the current collaboration shows a different strategy that emphasizes teamwork and growing Tesla's reach into the easy-to-charge market. While preserving its competitive advantage, Ford plans to adopt Tesla's North America charging standard for its vehicles, marking a significant shift in the industry landscape. This strategic partnership not only reinforces Tesla's leadership but also paves the way for significant advantages. Moreover, it adds an ironic twist to the story by allowing traditional automakers who previously purchased EV tax credits from Tesla to now have the opportunity to generate new revenue streams by offering charging services. While there are many benefits to this development, there are also some drawbacks to take into account. One potential issue is the possibility of congestion at charging stations. especially for Tesla Cybertruck owners who have to wait behind Ford F-150s or Mach-Es. Nevertheless, the long-term advantages of increased EV adoption outweigh this short-term inconvenience. As of 2022, only 5.8% of Americans had adopted EVs, which is still a rather low percentage. This problem is anticipated to be resolved by the widespread installation of Tesla superchargers across the nation, providing a reliable infrastructure for charging. Tesla will be able to sell more cars, and it will also encourage sales of other EVs automobiles. Surprisingly, almost 50% of U.S. potential electric vehicle customers express inclination towards Tesla, a tendency that is less common in Europe and China. Tesla's government-funded expansion of its infrastructure for charging creates new revenue-generating opportunities. If Tesla's charging stations are not used, that is money lost. However, by letting other manufacturers use Tesla superchargers, like Ford and GM, Tesla can optimize its revenue potential and appease its investors. This change in the market also represents a reversal of Tesla's original plan for a single worldwide charging standard, which other businesses only partially adopted. Ford's adoption of the Tesla standard is a step in the right direction, but Tesla's next charging model will really change everything. The F-150 stock facility in Santa Monica serves as an example of a vast charging area that represents the future of Tesla's infrastructure. This shift to a massive charging station will allay traffic worries and provide general accessibility. In the end, Tesla and Ford's partnership is a win-win scenario for both businesses, both the environment and the whole EV market. It is evident that this partnership heralds an exciting and transformative era from a fresh perspective. As the EV landscape evolves, the increased availability of charging stations will drive mass adoption of EVs, furthering the goal of establishing EVs as the dominant mode of transportation worldwide. Let's imagine I'm a devoted client who is perpetually trapped by purchasing Ford automobiles. I've always been concerned about charging my cars, so I put off the idea of buying a Ford DVO. However, things have changed, and I'm now thinking about it. Naturally, before making the purchase, I wanted to haggle over the price and look into other options. As I research the market, I find myself thinking, forget about loyalty. I'm getting myself a Tesla. This may not happen with every purchase, but it does happen frequently. With over 60% of the market, Tesla presently leads the EV industry in the United States. Surprisingly, this success is attributed to the widespread adoption of EVs, particularly when price reductions and the prestige of the Tesla brand are at stake. Since Ford is essentially competing against itself when selling gas cars vs electric ones, Tesla's success doesn't directly threaten the company. This begs the question of whether other automakers, such as GM, will take a similar approach and form partnerships or agreements with Tesla in order to gain better access to superchargers. Should this happen, it could result in the adoption of a single standard for charging electric vehicles throughout North America. With Tesla's infrastructure acting as the larger winner in this collaboration is Ford. But Tesla's mission to accelerate the transition to sustainable energy aligns perfectly with the increased adoption of EVs made possible by these developments. The impact of these developments on Tesla remains a major question, but as long as Tesla continues to introduce compelling products, there will likely be a big demand for their offerings. Additionally, the new revenue model that allows other automakers to access Tesla's charging systems and potentially share customer revenue will be an additional source of income for Tesla. That concludes this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and check back for more in-depth talks on Tesla. Although the financial consequence may not be as significant for Tesla as it is for Ford, it still has positive possibilities. I appreciate you seeing.